Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, and if you're new here, my name is Brandon, and in today's video I am going to be showing you all of the things that I have picked up in preparation for my Disney Cultural Exchange program, which takes place in a week from now, which is crazy, but I did want to show this like I did last year, all of the stuff that I kind of thought was important to get ahead of time, and then kind of share my thoughts on why I think that is important, as I am a Disney College Program or Cultural Exchange Program alumni. So if you want to see all the stuff that I picked up, let's get into this. So before I get into the haul of things, I did want to mention, like I said, if you didn't know and you're new to our channel, I did Disney's Cultural Exchange program last summer in 2023, and we'll be doing it once again this coming summer in 2024. I was in merchandise last year in theater animation at Hollywood Studios, and I will be right back in merchandise at theater animation at Hollywood Studios once again this coming summer, which is just incredible and amazing, and I'm so excited. But I did this last year to kind of show what I bought in advance of the program, knowing that I could pick up stuff while I was down there, but I did some stuff once again and picked up some things that I thought were important, and I wanted to share them with all of you. Maybe if you're doing a program and you kind of want to know what I've picked up in preparation for the program, or just kind of my thoughts on what are maybe things that are good to get ahead of time, I got you, and I'm gonna share that here with you today. The first thing, being an international participant, is that it's not always easy to get like a phone plan or certain things through different phone companies. My phone company who I'm with, Virgin, they don't do like cross-border plans, so I'm not able to like just add that on as like an extension of my existing plan and keep my phone number and just kind of like use it the same like I would here in America. So I have to do something this year, which I did last year, and that is get a Mint Mobile SIM card, and I'll show it here. It's this one right here, Mint Mobile, which is like Ryan Reynolds' phone company, which is so funny. But this is the unlimited plan, which is unlimited data. It's a 3-month plan, which is perfect, which is exactly what I need it to be. And it was 90 American dollars plus tax. So I think it came up to just over $100. And I think it's so worth it. It worked so well for me last time. And basically all it is you pop out like your SIM card on your phone, you put this one in, they give you a new phone number that you can use while you're down there. And it honestly just worked so perfect. I didn't have to worry about anything. I didn't have to worry about Wi-Fi not working. I always had data with me, and it was so great to just like do the switch, keep my existing phone plan that I have here because I love my phone plan, and not have to worry about that, and just kind of swap them. And then once coming back to Canada and this plan's over, I swap it back and it's good to go. So I love this so much. I would highly recommend it. The reason that I got it now was because I was worried that maybe going down there, the Target around Flamingo Crossing would run out of stuff, and that was kind of my whole thought process in doing this. And some of the stuff I'll share this as well, but I just like to be prepared because I don't want to go down there and then go to Target, buy Flamingo, and then they don't have what I need them to have. And this is a big thing that I do really need, so I'm so glad that I could get it. They only had one left when I was there, so I got to get this one once we crossed the border the other weekend, and it was so great. So I'm so happy to have this. It just makes life so easy, and I would highly recommend it. I guess I'm kind of just gonna knock off all of the things that I have here to show that I guess you probably could get down there, but I decided to pick up ahead of time because I just want to be prepared and not have to stress and not have to worry. So I did this last year as well, and I did buy pillows, and I bought them again this year, but a different version. Last year I bought like a very cheap pillow from IKEA, and they were very thin and not my jam. I like sucked it up the whole summer and used them, but these ones at IKEA were like a new lower price, and they're like a thicker, higher pillow. So I did get 2 of them. They're these ones here. I won't say the name because I don't want to say it wrong, but they're just like regular pillows, and you can see right there that it's like the more kind of, I guess, like plush ones. They're like more thick, which is good for me. I don't love a flat pillow. I like kind of 2 pillows I sleep with, and I like ones that are a bit thicker. So I did get 2 of these. I think that they were like $8.99 Canadian for each of the pillows. So it came out to like $20, like just over, for 2 pillows, which is awesome. Of course, you could get pillows while you're down there, and you could go to Target by Flamingo Crossing, but for me, I just didn't want to have to worry about it because I know sometimes when everybody moves in all at one time, everybody goes to Target and things can get sold out, or they could not have them. And you could, of course, like go to other Targets or Walmarts, but for me, I just know that those ones near Flamingo are easy to get to by the bus, and I don't want to have to stress about it and be looking for pillows on that first moving day. So these just are nice and easy. They're rolled up, they fit in my suitcase great, and you can stay tuned for the packing video coming this Friday to to see how I pack everything, but I just think that bringing stuff like this, if you can and you're able to fit it into your luggage or your carry-ons and stuff, I think is a really good idea, especially then you don't have to stress and worry if the Target or Walmart or whatever by Flamingo doesn't have what you're looking for. I also want to say that if I sound a bit kind of off, it's because I was sick over the weekend. We had to cancel our live stream Friday, and I'm kind of just getting over being sick. So if I kind of sound a bit funny, that's why. But I'm feeling much better, and I'm glad that I got sick before going down to Florida and not like right as I'm going to Florida or like once I'm down there. So I think this is better that it happened now. But the next thing on my list, these were actually given to me by my lovely Nana, who is so sweet, and she looks after me and takes care of me with a lot of things. And this was a thing that she said, don't go buy these, I can just give you some to use, which is lovely. And these are sheets. And last year, I bought sheets from Walmart, but they were double sheets because I didn't really know and wasn't prepared, and double sheets don't fit on the bed that I have, which in a 4x2, which is the room that I got, it's full XL sheets, and I don't think in Canada, to my knowledge, if I'm wrong, I've looked everywhere, so maybe they have some at some hidden stores. I looked all over for full XL sheet set, and they don't have them anywhere that I looked. So I'm gonna use queen sheets like I did last year. I last year used just like our extra sheets that we had, but this year my Nana gave me these to use. So they're just like a navy blue sheet. The queen is good because they fit bigger. The fitted sheet doesn't fit super snug, but at least goes over, and I'll just kind of really tuck it in. But I do like this. It'll match well with what I have as the blanket that I'm bringing. And I just think that having sheets, again, it's one of those things that of course you can buy down there. I just don't want to have to stress and worry about not having what I want at the Targets, or like people buying them and then it being sold out. So I just think that if you can do this and you do have extra old stuff, or you're able to just like buy some stuff here in your country before traveling down, or your city before traveling down, I think it's very worthwhile, because then you don't have to stress or worry about what the Targets have, which I'll keep on saying for certain stuff, because I do think if you can do this and get pillows and sheets and like all of your bedding stuff, I do think it is awesome to do, because it just takes a lot of the load off, a lot of the stress out of not finding things that you're looking for. All right, now we're kind of getting into more like fun stuff, which I'm excited about. But these I got last year, I think, or at Christmas or something, and I want to show them here because they're relevant to this program and me traveling down. But these are like straps that go over your luggage. I think they just kind of go over to like keep it like more secure, so it goes over like at the front like this to keep it closed. But it's Mickey and Minnie like little straps, and you can see them on there, and it just has a clip, and you kind of, I guess, like loosen it, stick it over. I haven't used them yet because I got them at Christmas and we haven't traveled since, but I'm excited to use these. One thing that I found last year was I brought obviously 2 luggages, a carry-on and a backpack, because I am flying from Canada. So I had to pack a lot of stuff, and we'll get into the packing video, like I said, Friday, where I think last year I for sure overpacked, and I'll share all about that in the packing video. But I at the airport when we landed, I couldn't really find my black suitcase because a lot of people have black luggage, and a lot of the ones that are like the 4-wheel ones with the long handle. So I think this will help me know which is mine and also just keep everything extra secure. So I'm excited to have these. There are 2 of them, and they'll go over my luggage. The next thing I'm so excited about, and for those that don't know, me and Heidi are big Awala water bottle people. I love an Awala so much. I have one, which is this one here that I'm using while I film this, is this black one that I did use last year, and I did buy to work at Disney, because the one that they give you that's like the plastic like squirt bottle, I find doesn't keep things cold, and if you put ice in it, then it just kind of sweats all over your little like side clip thing. This one does not sweat, does not leak at all. I could put ice in it, it would stay cold, and it's perfect because it's just like a black color, and it fit right in my little like pouch for the water bottle. So I bought this last year at Target while I was down there, but I did want one for the parks. And last year, if you watch the vlogs, myself, Lucy, and Sarah, my friends that I met down there last year, each of us bought like a kitty Disney water bottle, and they're like little ones with a clip and like a little straw on it, and mine was Mickey and Donald, and theirs had Minnie and Daisy, and I loved it so much. It was small and perfect. It clipped onto my fanny pack, but it did sweat, like I mentioned, of that squirt one as a cast member. This one did sweat, and it kind of got like your shirt wet if you put cold water in it and that kind of thing, and I just didn't love bringing it because then it made everything wet. And this time I wanted one of these, which is the Awala Kids water bottles, and it's this one in white and gray. And this was one that our friend Brianna Tata showed in her videos that she used. And when me and Heidi went to Target for my birthday, they had like 2 of these left at the Target that we went to, and I grabbed this one up. And this will just be perfect. Again, it'll keep everything cold. It's not gonna sweat. It's leak proof. It's the perfect size. I can clip it on to my fanny pack like this, or on the side. It'll hang down. It's the perfect size. It's not too big, not too small, and will keep things cold, which is a big thing to stay hydrated. But this, I was so happy to get this. I wanted this so bad, and I know that at the Targets by Flamingo, because I checked last year, they were always out of Awalas. So I'm glad that I could get this before heading down there. I guess that we'll move into a fanny pack because I talked about it and I got a new one. I do have a black one that I'm still gonna bring down. That's like a Lululemon one. If you've watched our vlogs or seen pictures, you know that I swear by them. I love them so much. It's perfect for your wallet, your phone, your sunglasses, a Noemo, a Wishable, whatever you want to kind of like accessorize. But that one's kind of getting a bit old and I can see it kind of wearing a little bit. And I haven't really seen black ones that are big like that one that I had at Lululemon lately, but we, this past weekend, went to a Lululemon outlet and myself and my dad got this same one. But here it is. It's a green one and it's big like the one that I have. It has 2 zippers, one at the front, which has like a lot of space for a lot of things in there you can see inside. And then it does have one at the back as well, which has a little pouch like mine does now, the black one, for like different things inside there. So 2 different areas that you can put things in. And this one also has a little handle, which is interesting, which I've never seen before, but it does have the strap. It's green. I thought it's a cool, different color and I love it. I wear them over just like this, which is perfect, and it just fits everything. It keeps like off your back if you wear a backpack. I don't wear a backpack anymore. It's too hot, my back gets too warm and just all sweaty and stuff. This is perfect. It's also perfect on rides. You can keep it on most rides, and if not, it fits like nice and easy in little like stowaway places. So I just love these. I think that they're awesome, and I'm glad now that I have 2 to kind of change up, and they're both still like a really good size. Next up, we're gonna talk about New Balance, and for 2 reasons. One is these things here, socks, which is perfect. We all need socks, and I did buy some new socks. They're just white socks. I last year bought black socks to work at Disney. Obviously, they're the same like this because you do need black socks, and I bought them before going down, but this year I don't have to do that because I already have a lot. But I did want new white socks because I haven't bought new white socks like this in a little while. So all of the ones that I do have are getting kind of like older, and I just wanted some fresh ones to go down there and not have to worry. So I did get 2 packs of these. There's 6 in each, so I'll have lots of socks, but they're perfect size. They're like the XL version for me because I do have big feet, so they're perfect. And I just like how they're like that no-show low-cut sock. They're very perfect for me. But the second reason that I wanted to bring up New Balance is because I did order shoes from New Balance, and I'll kind of put the picture in here of what they look like. They're like the Fresh Foam 1080s, I think they're called, and they're good for people with kind of like foot pain, I guess, which I do have, but they're perfect. I tried them on in the store. They just like didn't have my size. They were just a bit too small, so I ordered them online, and I ordered them like in the middle of April to be prepared, and they still haven't come yet. So hopefully they'll come before the program starts or before I leave, because I'm a bit worried about it. So fingers crossed that they come. But I did order new shoes. Last year I bought new black shoes to work at Disney. This year I'm just gonna keep the same ones, and I ordered new white shoes, which I love wearing white shoes, and like a park shoe, everyday shoe. I did wanna like invest in a good pair of those. So those are hopefully on the way, but like I said, I'll put that picture in here so you can see which ones that I rock and wear to the parks. I think that they're perfect, but I also wear one other thing to the parks, and I'll show those here because I picked up another pair of those for this program, and that is Crocs. And I bought the same Crocs that I bought last year. Like literally like a year ago I bought the exact same pair, and I bought them again because I wore them so much, I guess, that they wore out the bottom, which I guess happens often to Crocs because I've seen people always buy Crocs like every year. I don't know if that just happens if you wear them all the time, but they're these ones, the bone colored Crocs. They're just very plain and neutral. I love them. I love wearing Crocs, but last year I think I wore Crocs too often to the park. That's why that I bought those white shoes this year, so I can interchange between the 2 of them. But I did want a good pair of Crocs that aren't like all worn down and that are gonna be good for my feet, because you're on your feet lots when you work at Disney or go to the parks, and when you put both of them together and you're like working and then going to the parks, or going to the parks and then working, you do need good shoes and good footwear. So I would recommend that you do invest invest in those. You of course can buy them once you get down there, but for me, I have very large feet. I'm size 15, so I do have to order things ahead of time to make sure that I can get my size. So I did order these Crocs online and order the New Balance shoes online. The Crocs came super quick. I love Crocs. I highly recommend them if you don't, but I just think these are great. They'll be good for like water parks or like the pool, and just also going to the parks sometimes. Next up is something not as exciting, but it's lip balm or lip chap, however you want to say it. And it's Aquaphor is, I guess, the brand or the name of what it's called, but I did buy like a 2-pack. I opened it up because I did have to use some, but I love these. It's just like neutral with no scent. It's perfect for me. Sometimes I get like irritated by certain lip chaps and like the scents in them, I think, or something. These ones are just like very plain, very natural. They're free of everything and that kind of stuff. So I just think that these are perfect for me. I bought them before, again, because I don't know like if America has these. I'm sure that they do, but I wanted to make sure that I could get them, and they came in a 2-pack and were on sale at Shoppers Drug Mart, which is a win. Next up on my list is something that I would recommend if you are a pin trader, and I was lucky enough to get these when Heidi bought these, and she's letting me use these ones, and she'll buy some new ones at the July Disney pin event here in Hamilton, but she got these in the event in April, and it is, I think, 30 pins in here, and they're just in a Ziploc bag. You can see them all here. They are authentic trading Disney pins, and we got these, like I said, at the Hamilton Disney pin event. Someone was selling these, I think they were $3 each per pin, which is really, really good and a good deal for trading pins. So we did get these. I'm gonna bring these down. I love trading pins. If you do love trading pins, I would highly recommend like ahead of time getting some like this, because pins in the parks can be pretty pricey, and sometimes you don't want to give away pins that you just bought or you maybe hold like attachment to. These ones are all just kind of random hidden Disney pins, hidden Mickey pins, or random kind of booster pack pins that you can then trade, which I think is a really good idea. I love pin trading. I love on my off days or park days, like bringing my lanyard with me or just some pins in like a little pouch. I love it so much. So I can't wait to trade a bunch of pins in a bunch of videos, but I would highly recommend bringing some pins down if you are a big Disney pin trader. The next thing I'm gonna show was in my birthday vlog, but I wanna show it here because I love this. And this will be kind of talked about more in the packing video of course, like things that I'm bringing you'll see, but also kind of my tips on like what amounts of clothing to bring of certain things, because I did learn my lesson last year. Like, let's just get this out of the way. I overpacked last year, and I'll share in the packing video how I think this time I'm gonna properly and perfectly pack, but I wanted to show this. This was one of my birthday gifts from Heidi on our road trip, and it is a vintage tee, and it's an Epcot one with Mickey on there and all of the countries, and it's like a traveling Mickey, and it says Epcot Center at the bottom. And I just like wanted to show this because if you can get any cool stuff like this before going down, I think it's always fun, or things maybe that are like memorable for your program, upcoming program that you do want to wear, which I got some of that stuff last year from the lovely Magical Castle company, but I just think that it's awesome to get this kind of stuff, and I did want to show it here because I cannot wait to rock this at Epcot. It's gonna be so perfect. I love a vintage tee and can never find any in my size. So when Heidi found this one and gave it to me, I was so excited, and I can't wait to bring this down with me this time around. And now before I show the last thing, because this is kind of more like YouTube related, I did want to mention that there are some stuff that I'm not gonna show here because I don't have them yet, but I am probably gonna get them. And that is, I'm gonna print out some pictures and get some like tape that you can put on the wall that doesn't like pull the paint off, because last year I put some pictures up on the wall and I loved it so much in my room. I thought it was so great and just added like a personal touch. So I am gonna do that again this year, and I'm gonna pick that tape up and print out some pictures and also some command hooks if I can, because last year when I went to the Target by Flamingo, they were all sold out, and I had to wait a few weeks before going back to find some hooks to hang up like my little work lanyard and my calendar and stuff that I brought. So I am gonna try to get those before I go so I don't have to worry about it. And also last year in my pre-DCP haul, if you want to check it out, I did get some snacks from Costco, and I'm not sure this time if I'm gonna do that. I might or might not, but you'll see it in the packing video if I do or do not, because I thought it was a smart idea last year, but then I'm not sure depending on packing how full my stuff will be. Hopefully it's less because I'm gonna pack less than last year, but we'll see kind of what happens with that. But I will share more about like my tips and tricks for packing in the packing video, because like I said, I learned my lesson last year and I want to share with all of you this time if you're flying down and you're international, or I guess if you're just like in the US as well, doing the DCP and you're flying down, like I'm gonna try to help you maximize all of your space because that's my goal this time around. But the last thing that I wanna show is a new tripod for vlogging in the parks, and the one that we use is this one here, but we haven't bought a new one in like years, so it was time to reinvest and get one. We love this one so much, and it is the Gorilla Pod, and you can see it there. It's got like the kind of arms like this, so you can like attach it onto stuff. It can also bend and stuff, but we just like it because I like the grip on it. I find that it's a really good grip strength to hold onto it, and I just think that it's a really nice tripod to film with in the parks. And I also like this one. We bought this specific little kit set here because it includes a phone mount, which you can see on there, which is so perfect for live streams in the park, or if you're vlogging with your phone. I do live streams in the park, and I did last year 3 times, and I'm gonna do that again this time around. So I thought this is perfect. I don't have to hold my phone. I can stick it on here, hold this the whole time. It'll be way better. And it's just nice to have a new one of these that's not as kind of flimsy and moving around, especially when you're vlogging almost every day, if not every day, while I'm down there. So I did want to get this, and I thought this was perfect. Last year I did have to get more kind of techie stuff. I had to buy like a new phone charger, some camera batteries, and like memory cards. This year I don't have to do that because I did last year, but this was the one kind of like techie item piece that I did need to get. But if you want to see what I got last year, like I said, I'll leave that video of my haul, like my pre-haul before the program last year. I'll leave that linked in the description down below, so you can check that out if you're curious what I got last time versus what I picked up this time. So that's gonna do it for today's video. Hopefully this was helpful or fun just to see kind of what I picked up before doing the program. And if it was helpful, or you have any other tips for me, if you've done the program before, or if you haven't and you have any questions about things maybe that you should pick up or that you're unsure about picking up, leave them down below in the comments, and I can try my best to help you out or answer those, because it's always fun to help each other, and we're always there for each other, everybody in the Disney community. And if you're doing this program and you're not sure, like I said, I'll try to be of assistance and help you out. But stay tuned for Friday, because it'll be my packing video and will be the last video of me sitting here for the summer, because the next one after will be my travel day down to Walt Disney World, which honestly has us all in the feels. Like me and Heidi have been going through the feels lately, and it's gonna be hard that day. It's an emotional day. It's an exciting day and super fun, but again, I'll of course be fully myself and show you all of the tough times, all of the fun times, all of the amazing times while I'm down there, because the program is so fun, but it is hard to be away, and I'm just kind of going through all those feelings right now about like, it's so close, it's exciting, but it's sad to be away from Heidi. But nonetheless, stay tuned on Friday for that packing video. If you enjoyed this one, give it a big thumbs up. If you're new, consider subscribing to our channel for lots of Disney Cultural Exchange Program content here to come. It's gonna be 3 videos next week, which is insane. It's gonna come so fast, so much content. I'm so excited, and hopefully all of you are as well. And be sure to ring that bell so you don't miss any of the new videos here to come. And remember, it's always sunny.